The Sinnoh starters might just be my favorite trio of all time, so I was really excited to see that they were each given new Redux forms in Elite Redux 2.5, each with brand new abilities, types, and move pools. This wasn't even their final form. All three were given brand new Mega Evolutions. So what can these new Redux forms do, and how strong are they actually? While I was always a fan of Torterra's design, it was always a pain to use. It was super slow and would explode if you threw an ice cube at it. Redux Torterra doesn't exactly solve these issues, but it has different tools to remedy them. Redux Torterra is now a Flying Fairy type, which doubles its resistances and immunities, but gains a new weakness. So it's really hit or miss. Its stats are actually very similar. Keeping 134 in defense and 95 in HP means it's still a tank defensively. Its special defense was raised to 95, but its attack was dropped to 109 and its speed to 37. Clearly, it's not meant to be a sweeper, but more of a tanky support, and its abilities support this. Redux Torterra gets one of the best abilities in the game, Air Blower, setting up Tailwind every time it enters the field. Now, with how low its speed stat is, this won't help it go first, but it can be great for helping out other Pokemon on its team, whether that's in doubles or after it switches out with Stab, Take Flight, or Volt Switch. Once it runs out, it can always come back and help out the team again. Because it also has Cloud9 as an innate, it can be used to clear up any weather an opponent may be using. Flannery and Wallace's gym are key fights that this can be useful for. It's not all defense and support though, it can still take out plenty of Pokemon. Give it Reckless over Air Blower and increase the damage of all of its moves with recoil by 20%. Woodhammer is a powerful coverage move to run, or stab moves like Star Crash and Double Edge, which becomes a flying type and has its power raised by 10% because of Aerialate. Because of its bulk, using Shell Smash isn't as risky and can be a great way to increase its power. Overall, it does its job, but if you want more, it has a Mega Evolution. Mega Redux Torterra drops its cute fairy persona and becomes an electric flying type, keeping 6 resistances and immunities, but dropping 3 super effective types. If that wasn't enough to make it bulkier, it now has 184 in defense. There isn't many Pokemon with a higher defensive stat, and Pyukumuku is the only one with an HP higher than 90. Its attack was also raised significantly to 149, so it's more than capable of taking opponents out. It loses Air Blower, but will at least have Tailwind on the initial Mega Turn. Instead, it now has the Giant Wings ability, boosting all air, wind, and wing moves by 30%. Sky Attack, with an increasing attack each time it's used, and Fly are both strong stab moves that take advantage of this. There's also Hurricane, but running a special set is not ideal. Nothing is getting through this Pokemon in one shot, especially defensively, but because it has the innate Shell Armor, special moves will still need to be used multiple times as all damage is reduced by 20%. It also can't be crit. Of course, it wants to take advantage of its new electric stab, and the move Supercell Slam is a great way to do this. It's 100 base power, and a Mega Redux Torterra won't feel the effects of recoil because of its innate Impenetrable. It actually blocks all damage from non-attacks, so poison can't be used to bring it down. Thunder Call makes electric moves even better since each time one is used, a 20% power Smite will be used right after. Smite is unfortunately only 85% accurate, so this isn't guaranteed to hit. From my experience, Redux Torterra's Mega form is just not worth the Mega slot. There are plenty of other tanky Megas that can do its job, but better. Keeping it at its base form is probably for the best and can really help teams out. Empoleon has always been my favorite of the three, and this is also the case with the Redux forms as well. Redux Empoleon has a sick design and an amazing shiny form. It has a very unique typing in Ice Fire, which only Zen form Darmanitan has. It's not a great type defensively, like at all, but offensively it can be really strong. Redux Empoleon is built for offense. 111 in special attack and 90 in speed isn't game breaking, but really good when you get it in the game. 101 special defense gives it a fighting chance against all of its weaknesses. But its special defenses are actually better than they appear. One of its innate abilities, Ice Scales, will actually have the damage of incoming special attacks, giving it a better chance to get off a nasty plot before destroying you with an overheat. Although with its speed being on the lower side, a Choice Scarf is what you'd want to run most of the time. Rock types are a big problem for Redux Empoleon, but rock types have plenty of reasons to fear it as well. Not only does it have strong water moves like Scald, but its stab fire moves are what they should fear. The innate Molten Down makes fire super effective against rock types. Pokemon like Shuckle gets absolutely melted. One of its choice abilities is Drought, so setting up the sun on entry only increases the power of these moves. It also gets rid of its water weakness. With the ability Pyromancy, Redux Empoleon's fire moves will burn 5 times as often, and with its lower defense, this can help it survive more hits. Fire Blast is guaranteed to burn, if it hits that is. Its ice typing is also getting some love with Snow Warning. Setting up Hail is also a good way to boost up its defense. Blizzard will be 100% accurate as well as Sheer Cold, both of which are boosted by Antarctic Bird as the innate, increasing all flying and ice moves by 30%. Hurricane and Air Slash being the most useful. As strong as it is, eventually it gets outclassed, and that's when you need to break out the Mega Evolution. Mega Redux Empoleon is a dangerous special attacker. With its Sun Piplup now hatched, its power is much greater. Now sitting at 141 special attack and 126 speed, it's going to leave a mark and will outspeed a good majority of the game. 111 special defense keeps it from being a complete glass cannon. An innate ability that shouldn't be a surprise is Parental Bond. With Parental Bond, all moves hit twice, with the second hit dealing 25% of the damage, effectively making all moves 25% stronger. Secondary effects getting another chance to activate, and the ability to take out Focus Sash Pokemon. Keep in mind that the base form can set up Sun before Mega Evolving, so its fire moves are extremely powerful. Frostburn will trigger a 40 base power Ice Beam after a fire move is used. Most of the time, if a Pokemon is weak to ice, using a fire move instead is just better because of this. And believe it or not, this stacks with Parental Bond. So if you use Flamethrower, that will hit twice, then Ice Beam will activate and hit twice. All fire moves hit 4 times, which is just insane. With Cryomancy, all ice moves will freeze burn 5 times as often, dooming special attackers. Sheer Cold will always hit if the hail is set up, and will always freeze burn because of this. Even though the Mega isn't as good against rock types anymore, Levitate gets rid of its ground weakness and boosts up its flying moves. Redux Empoleon's Mega Form is one of the better Mega Forms introduced in this update. With its power and skill set, it would improve any team it's on. Everyone loves Infernape. It has a great design and can be pretty fun to use. The new Redux form feels the exact same. Redux Infernape very clearly swaps out its fire type to become a water fighting type. Defensively, it's just as bad as fire fighting. Infernape isn't built for defense anyway. With 115 in attack and 108 in speed, it's only good for attacking. HP in both defenses are below 100, so don't expect it to live more than 1 hit. It definitely needs help from its abilities though to make it worth using. Tidal Rush can help it out if Infernape can't outspeed a Pokemon by giving all of its water moves +1 priority when at full health. While 108 speed is fine when you first get it, you'll struggle late game. So being able to get a Torrent Fist off before they move is a nice advantage. Torrent Fist is not only stab, but has its power increased because of its Iron Fist innate. All punching moves get a 30% boost, like Close Combat or a coverage move like Ice Punch, helping it take out more threats that would live otherwise. Focus Sash is a popular item to run on Redux Infernape, and with the innate Long Reach, all of its contact moves won't actually make contact, so Rough Skin or a Rocky Helmet won't ruin its Sash. Long Reach also boosts non-contact physical moves by 20%, and the move 1-inch Punch is an excellent stab move that takes advantage of this. It's 90 base power and can't miss. Incredibly strong with all the multipliers. Water Veil is okay as a choice ability. I mean, it's not going to get burned, which is really nice, but the Aqua Ring is just not too useful. Inflatable is also just there. With Inflatable, flying and fire moves increase its defenses by 1, but it's not surviving a flying move, and a +1 in its defenses really doesn't do that much. Just like Redux Empoleon, the Mega Evolution is where it does serious work. Mega Redux Infernape is just a pure sweeper. 135 in attack and 133 in speed is very nice and will outspeed a large majority of the game. A lot of the stats get wasted on special attack, but trust me, it has more than enough power. Unlike the other 2 Megas, Redux Infernape gets 3 choice abilities with its Mega. It can have the previously mentioned Long Reach, which is still good, but it doesn't need to protect the Sash anymore. Adaptability is great and can give some of its really powerful stab moves nuclear potential, or help some of the lower powered priority moves do significant damage. But in my opinion, the best to choose is Blitz Boxer. This gives all of its punching moves +1 priority at full health. Giving all these super strong punching moves priority is just so busted. While its speed is really good, it can't outspeed everything, so having priority is really great for these situations. It also allows full EV and nature investment into attack. Plus, you're not going to be running anything but punching moves, and 2 of its innates also boost their value. Raging Boxer takes its sweeping potential to a whole new level. All punching moves hit twice and essentially increases all their power by 40%. Power Up Punch can easily give it a +2 in attack. More importantly, no focus dashes to stop sweeps or risk it getting hit, which would take away its priority. There's also Nika, which is just Iron Fist with the added effect of water moves working normally in the sun. So not even sun teams can slow down the power of its water moves. Water moves which are getting a 30% increase to power thanks to Riptide, 80% if Infernape drops to 1/3 HP. Priority Jet Punch goes crazy after this. Mega Redux Infernape is an incredible Mega Evolution and can easily be the MVP of a team it's on. I would say it's the best out of the 3 in this video. All 3 of these Redux forms have their own niches and become so much stronger after Mega Evolving. The regular Sinnoh starters also get Mega Evolutions with insane power of their own. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Shout out to our members, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.